welcome to the Reflection Show with me, Martha Inspires. It's Women's Month, and then our theme is Inspire Inclusion, to include every woman into development, into equity, equality, anything that we have to do into entrepreneurship, governance, politics, women MDs, women CEOs. We are making sure that every woman is included in whatever decision that we are making. Even our students and our children, as far as they are women or they are girls, we are empowering them to become better women in the future. Today I have an amazing guest, a woman of power, a woman that has dared, a woman of energy, a woman that has broken barriers and made sure that where men couldn't dare into, she has overdared in there. She's a woman in politics, a woman that has served her political party, has served the people in her constituency, and she has so many success stories to say for this. She's also an entrepreneur. You know, there's so much about this woman that I believe that every young girl, every young lady, every woman should just stay glued to their television. Have you heard of Madam Felicia Tetteh? She is the NPP parliamentary candidate for the Nargo constituency here in Tamale in the northern region. Yes, I'll be having a conversation with her to understand her journey and also inspire us to always be empowered as young women, and of course support her in the upcoming 2024 general elections. Let's take a break. When we are back, we have this amazing conversation. Stay tuned. Hello everyone, today is a great day. We met over 250 women here to inspire them and to empower them. The focus was to make sure that the widows that we have in our society, the single mothers, the women who are bore twins and probably do not have enough on them, the pregnant women that may not be able to go for antenatal, among other vulnerable women. The target was 250, but we reached 271 women. I believe that whatever target that we set and whatever reach that we have been able to achieve has helped a lot of women to become better. It was a day for us to talk as women. They shared their perspective on women economic empowerment, teenage pregnancy, taking care of their children and how they can do better. We danced. We modeled. We had fun. And I believe that seeing these women chill and enjoy themselves at this point, it's something really amazing. So the Martha Inspires Foundation, with support from few of our partners, we had some donations from the Universal Merchant Bank, UNB, and some individual philanthropists who helped us to make this day a success. We gave them bags of rice, bottles of oil, tins of mackerel, some tins of tomato paste. Some got soap, some got Dettol, some got cloth, some got even macaroni, and a whole lot of things. Clothes, shoes, handbags. We were able to distribute to these women, and we believe that they have been able to support us greatly. Thank you to Glow Events for glowing the whole setup for us as well, and to Aki's Kitchen for giving us an amazing time of lunch to refresh and to entertain these women. We really appreciate everything. We are glad that we touched the lives of these women. Welcome back from the break. It's still the Reflection Show with me, Martha Inspires. Like I said earlier on, we have the amazing Madam Felicia Tetteh here in my studio. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
It's such a great pleasure to finally have you. I've been running after her for an interview, but today I'm honored to have you, especially for our Women's Month interview. We've heard so much about you, but when I heard of you first, before politics, you were into entrepreneurship. then I knew you were part of the MPP, some of the executives and all that. Tell us how that journey. It's like people just know you now, but I want them to know that you were there for a long time. So tell us about your entrepreneurship journey and how you got into politics.
Okay. A very good afternoon to your viewers, and I'm honored to be here at long last because you have been chasing me not today. I'm an entrepreneur before into politics. Takorabama Restaurants, I'm the CEO. I have Takorabama Enterprise that deals in ladies wear. Then I have taco kits that is basically for newborns to 18 years. So everything about mother care, I'm into it. Everything about fashion, women fashion, I'm into it. And everything about food, I'm also into it. And I am the former second vice chair of MPP, regional second vice chair. Then from there, I moved to the constituency level. In 2020, I was a parliamentary candidate for MPP in the Sanargo constituency. Then now, here am I again as a 2024 parliamentary candidate for MPP.
It's been a journey.
Yes.
It's been a journey.
Yes.
But today I want us to focus on maybe the reason for this interview, contesting to become the member of parliament for the Sanargo constituency. What motivated you after all this journey? Maybe you are doing well for yourself already. What would make you want to be the MP?
First and foremost, to get yourself involved into something, especially like politics, you have to be passionate. It has to be something in you that is driven to achieve something.
Yeah.
I am a woman in the Sanargo constituency, and I realized that to have a say, you must be seated at the table of decision making, where your voice will be heard.
Yeah.
There I ventured into politics. In a constituency that is very difficult for MPP. For instance, Sanargo constituency was carved out of Tamale North in 2012.
Okay.
And MPP, after every 4 years election till I took over, from 2012, MPP had about 5,000. In 2016, MPP had about 7,088. And in 2020, when I came on board, MPP had about 26,542. You see, it's, yes, a massive gain. A massive gain. And like I told you earlier on, everything is based on the passion, the burning sensational within you, to impact on the society. That driving force pushed me. Because when you come and look at where we are coming from, the northern sector, women are deprived.
Yeah.
It's an issue. Women are the majority. Hence, the suffering is dependent on us.
Yeah.
If a child will go to school, if his fees will be paid, food and everything from our northern region where we grew up, the majority of the women are suffering. What can I do to support the women? Taking a constituency like Sanargo into consideration. Sanargo is a peri-urban constituency, but highly underdeprived.
Wow.
Because looking at our road network is not good. Potable drinking water, nothing good to write home about. Looking at our women empowerment, that I cannot even talk about. What can we do to elevate poverty? What can we do that women will not go miles and miles in search of potable drinking water? What can we do so that our women that are into petty trading can also get something at the end of the day? You know, the devil find work for the idle hand. If a woman is involved in petty trading, goes to the market, and at the end of the day, something small is realized, you can take care of the children at home. So looking at around all this, I said, no, I can support, but I need to be at the table where decisions are made, where my voice can be heard. In extension, supporting the needy northern woman, especially Sanarigu constituency. So that actually pushed me into politics. And I contested. Yes, I did well, because with the votes I had, it has never happened before in the history of MPP. It told you that, it tells us that I have done something different. That they liked. And I didn't go into politics based on party colors. I said, look, we are women, we are a constituency, we need to support each other.
So you are for every woman.
I'm for every woman. CPP, MPP, whatever. I'm not looking at the party colors. I'm looking at what we can do to make life better for you and I. What we can do so that our children can go to school. What we can do so that we can have good portable drinking water. Our roads can be more travel. Things that can ease our suffering as human beings in a constituency. And that is what politics is all about. It's about development. And anybody that will say, I'm going into politics without passion and development at the back of your mind, then you are not doing the people a favor. Because that is where your voice will be heard. That is where you can make positive impact. That the government can realize the need to give Sanarigu a hospital, can realize the need to make sure that our roads are good in Sanarigu, to realize the need to give us potable drinking water. Ghana is vast, and each and every one in parliament is talking to make sure that the constituencies that they are representing at the end of the day get a better deal from the government.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I want you to take us through. I like the women component. I'm not being biased this month. I'm just so biased on the show because it's the International Women's Month. Let's look at some of the challenges you have seen in these women. And some of the things, I've seen you've done some very vital projects already. If you can take us through some of what you've already done and probably what you want to do to make it better for women.
Yeah, like I said earlier on, my constituency is peri-urban and rural at the same time. We have majority of the communities that are in the rural establishments as we speak. And these women are in this suffering. For any community or for any country to get to the height of development, women must be given a chance, no matter how small it is. Like when I came into the constituency, I realized the need to support women, be it in the field of apprenticeship, to learn a trade, a handy job. Not everybody has the privilege to go to school. Not everybody can even go to school. Some are very good and gifted to maybe in weaving, maybe hairdressing, catering, a lot of handiworks that women are involved in nowadays that puts additional or earn some income for them to sustain their family. Yeah. So I decided that I have to select some young upcoming women that are mostly school dropouts, that are doing nothing. Maybe if you want to learn weaving, we'll enroll you there. If you want to go into hairdressing, sewing, we'll find ways for you to get there.
So this is something you've maybe started doing?
I have started since 2020.
Wow.
Yes. The Hairdressers Association can testify. Taking away the individual support from these young upcoming girls to learn hairdressing and sewing. In 2020, I donated not less than 200 commercial hair dryers to the Hairdressers Association of Sanarigu. same as the Tailors Association, not less than 200 sewing machines, just to enable young girls that pass out and they don't have any startup capital, they don't have anywhere to go, they don't have machines to start something, so that they can equally support those young girls to get something doing, rather than learning the job, you come out, you have no startup capital, go back to square one. Then there is no impact, because why would somebody go and learn how to sew? Then at the end of the day, the person comes out. Startup capital is not there. Even equipment to start doing something is not there. So I took it upon myself to assist the Hairdressers Association and the Tailors Association of Sanargo, giving them these aids to support apprentices that have passed out, so that they can start something on their own. Because what they need mostly is to get a sewing machine when you are out. For people that wants you to sew for them, they will also do the needful. And one-on-one, you'll be moving ahead, rather than you don't. You see, most of the women are so deprived that even if you support them to go through this skill training, if you don't support them to sustain it, forget about it. Then there is no point in even helping them in the first place. So I took it upon myself. When you are done learning whatever, there is something for you to start. And it has been a game changer in the constituency. And I'm indeed glad to be part of such a successful journey of young people that don't just want to wither away. They didn't go to school, but they want to do something for themselves. And their families are not able to support them. So even though I didn't win in the 2020 elections, but I took it upon myself to always support any young upcoming lady who has maybe successfully passed out in tailoring or hairdressing, to support them. Even recently, some young guys that passed out from welding, I supported them with some equipment. Even women in farming, animal farming, yeah, I do support them to rear some animals, later sell the whatever, and get proceeds after that to also sustain the family.
Great. I think that you are just doing a lot of philanthropy work beyond politics. And behind the scenes, you said something that was very key, where you said that even now you said one thing, that you support generally, like you don't look at political backgrounds, you don't look at religious backgrounds. And once you're a woman, I think that is the focus. Now let's look at something key you said about how you are not happy about the number of northern women in parliament. How you feel that whether MPP or NDC, you feel that there should be more women in parliament from the northern region, whether PPP, CPP. Do you think that can really help a lot if we have a great number in parliament?
Of course. As it stands, both NDC and MPP, I think we have 40 women in parliament out of the 275 constituencies.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's national.
That's national.
So how many are from Northern region?
Northern region, Upper East, Laraba, and she's out. She has been kicked out. Then I think Savannah, we had Honorable Zuera from Salaga South. I think she maintained her seat. Women are the majority. And some people will say, no, women can't lead. Why can't women lead? At the local level, local government, governance, women are so dynamic. Even in our homes, women are industrials. Women are knowledgeable. That I believe and think that if women are part of the decision-making process of this country, I believe some decisions that will be made will be more impactful on women as a whole, because we form the majority. Decisions are made most of the times carving women out. It is not women-centered.
Women didn't sit to make that decision. Men sat and
Yes, and made a decision. And who better can make a decision than a fellow woman?
Yeah.
Because I know what you are going through. I know your sufferings. I know the anxieties. I know your struggles. So if I am there, I know that, hey, look, this is what the women are going through. And with this, that policies, the women can what? Can also benefit. And we can also be at the helm of affairs. Or life can be better for us. So for women in politics, as it stands in the northern region, it's not encouraging. For me, I always say, look, don't say you are in NDC, don't say you are in MPP, CPP, or whatever. Don't look at the party colors. If a woman is in NDC, I will support the woman. Why? Because if she goes today,
friends in NDC that are also in politics that you are
unfortunately, in the northern region, there is no woman in
okay.
Woman parliamentary candidates, both like in the NDC, they don't even have. And in 2020, it's even MPP that are more friendly with women. Because in 2020, it was only me. In 2024, we have Aja Fataya of Savoligo. So you see, so even MPP, she's in MPP. For NDC, they don't have.
They don't have a woman contestant.
No, in the northern region. In the northern region, no, they don't have. In 2020. No.
Wait, 2020 and 2024, the NDC do not have.
No. All men. Wow. All men.
We need to ask them why. We need to ask them
You need to.
But I like your energy. What drives you? You know, sometimes we are doing small. You hear something about yourself and you cry. Tell me one of the challenges you've had. Have you gotten to a point you'll be like, I'll do again? Have you ever felt that?
Yeah, as a human being, you know, we all have our weaknesses and our endpoints. Like, I can't go anymore. I can't take it anymore. But like I said, everything you do, if the zeal is there, the passion is there, yes, the negativity will come. But the only thing that will subdue the negativity is your passion. Yes, I'm not understood by many. I'm being insulted by many, no matter the efforts. But I want to make an impact. I want to make a mark. I want to be part of the table of men. Those are the driving force. That will always sweep the negativity under the carpet. And trust me, the negativity, sometimes it will get to you, whether we like it or not. Somebody will sit down and say something, and you look at yourself and say, wow, with all these strugglings, with all these efforts, look at what they say about me. Look at the lies being concocted about me, just to bring you down. But with the passion is everything. If it is there, if it is genuinely there, nothing can stop you from getting to the height that you want to get. Though it will be a rocky road, you will still persevere. That resilience in you will always let you conquer. Because politics is so treacherous that sometimes
maybe it's a dirty game.
Very dirty.
What makes it dirty? Is it the insult? Anytime we hear that, we those that may be looking up to some of you, we are like, hey, it's a dirty game and we want to quell back.
Especially it's a dirty game for a woman. And the men have one word that they use to bring a lot of women down. They know you are doing something right. They know you are forceful. They know you are intelligent, but they don't want to be challenged. Who are you as a woman to talk when they are talking?
They bring that culture thing from the
house to governance.
Yeah, to governance.
To suppress the women, to make the women feel irrelevant, to make the women feel that they are not worthy to be on that table. Who are you to be there? You belong in the kitchen. Yours is to be in the house and take care of the family. Why are you here? They don't know, they don't see the reason why you are supposed to be there with them, trying to bring what is up here on the table for them to what? Deliberate over issues. Who are you to talk when they are talking? But that is not the issue. The issue is that bring what you have on board. I bring what I have on board. No matter how stupid it is. Listen, maybe you have one reasonable thing to take it out from that. And women are not stupid.
Yeah, not at all.
We are the neck to every direction the man wants to go. It is the woman. If we don't make impactful decisions, a man cannot be president.
Yeah.
Because it is a woman. You discuss with your wife.
Yeah.
This thing that I'm going to do, how do you see it?
And we see their wives actually
supporting them.
Yeah.
They take from their wife and they impact on the society, and Ghana is moving.
Yeah.
So if they think that a wife is a good material to talk to you, impact on you, and you make reasonable and wise decisions that impact the society or the people you hope to lead, why can't a woman be on that table? You get it? Why can't another woman be on that table? So there are a lot of negativity that is attached to women in politics. You are bullied, you are called names. They do everything to make sure that, Charlie, you will not go again. Like, you will not see yourself worthy to be part of them.
Yeah.
But like I told you, with the passion, determination, when they push, you push and you are there.
Have you had men that have really supported you?
Of course. And like I said, though we have men
Just in the NPP, because I see that
across board.
Honorable Sule.
Yes. Sule, Sule is my good pal.
Yeah.
He's a brother, my confidant, and he has been part of my political journey. His advices has been very, very impactful. We have Musa Superior. I have a lot of them around. Some you can.
Do you have people in other political
parties? Of course. I have a lot of friends in other political parties that I would not like to mention names, but sometimes it will shock you that when issues arise, people from other political parties will say, look, you are doing great for yourself. We admire you. Be patient. Your time will come. Keep on pushing. And you see, mostly even the men from the other political parties, they see it better. Most of your competitors are in your party, and your support and admirers are in a different party. They give you a genuine support. They give you the heads on that you can do it. Keep on pushing. We are not with you in your party, but we see the wonderful work that you are doing. Continue, and one day you will get there. And equally, we have some forceful, down-to-earth men in our party as well that will also go the length to support you in your political growth. But the issue have been women to women supporting each other.
Tell us about it. I feel I didn't want to go there because I am championing an agenda and I have titled it "Women Are Their Own Helpers."
Oh.
So I'm trying to encourage more women to help more women. But tell us, in politics, what challenges do you have with other women?
In politics, I would say the men even help better.
It's because we don't have more women in politics?
Not that we don't have more women in politics. As a woman in politics, if you are doing something right,
other women, no matter if there are 2 or 3, should be able to support you.
Yes, you have some men who will believe in you. Mostly your colleague women don't believe in you.
Really?
Yes. They are not going. Why should you go? That kind of envy, rivalry dominates our political career as women. Scarcely will you see a woman genuinely supporting another woman The word is genuinely. Don't look at social media. Don't look at what they tell you on the face. Look at their demeanor, their support behind you. You get it? Me, I believe in people supporting me behind me. Oh. People supporting me behind me, but not on the face. Hey, you win, you do this. Then behind you, they go to say that, oh, this person, she can't win. She's just struggling, she can't win. And I once told somebody, if I can't win, you can never win. If me, I don't go, you can never go. Because the same treatment meted out on me will be meted out on you when you come to contest. But if I go and I work, and they say women, the people see the need that, no, this woman that we voted to go to parliament, she's actually working. She's passionate about her work. She's supporting the women. Tomorrow, if I am not there, you come. You don't have much to say. You don't have much to do. I have already laid the foundation. But if I am going, and you think that as Felicia is going to take the shine, let me bring her down. Yeah, you'll bring me down. Tomorrow you will come to stand. That same words that made people not to come out to support me. That same eye service, let me put it. Others will do it to you. Because you see, they really don't know what women have to put in. Because I didn't go. I leave, you come. Struggling to explain why they should send you to parliament without no evidence.
And the men sometimes even use the women against us. So if a man is able to use you against another woman, then it means that they may not even support you to get there.
If a man uses me against you and you don't go, another man will use me against another.
Yeah.
And they are going. Yeah. And we remain stagnant. Yeah. So I believe you say women supporting. Yes, some women actually stand up for a fellow woman doing some positivity in the society. They will come out to support. But in politics, everybody
wants the fame.
Everybody wants this fame. They think, oh, when I push her to go, like she's higher than I am, I will not be seen. But look, God created us differently. You may have your positive in an area. I may have my positive in an area. So your positive and my positive in different ventures. When we bring it together, do you think that we will lack something? But if I'm struggling and you don't see the need to genuinely, I always say genuinely, they will come around. But how genuine are they?
Or are they even coming to look for information from you to go and use it against you?
Oh, she's just doing it. She can't win. That affected me a lot in 2020. Wow. My fellow women fought me in the region. They fought me. Wow. Yes. I didn't go. And today they want to also contest. You see, whatever you do unto others will be done unto you. It's normal law of karma. Yeah.
You have this energy. Like sometimes I see you on your status, 3 p.m. you are here, 5 p.m. you are here, 9 p.m. you are here, 11 p.m. you are all in one day. How do you do it? Like, what is that what the campaign is really about? Do you have to necessarily go to their doorstep and stuff? But I don't know, but I haven't seen a lot. I see you do more of projects. I may be wrong, but I see other people who may want to do individual, like quote unquote, share money to people. But I see you doing it like more on project based. Like you said, you donate for impact, sewing machines, you donate stuff. Why are you having that trend? Like when I say that trend, it's not the usual of
a politician.
Yes, yeah. Tell us about it. Your daily campaign and the trend you take into campaign.
Like I said, it's the passion. And if you have the passion and zeal to accomplish something that you have set your yourself in achieving. If you don't get there, you can't relax. 8 a.m. I'm here. 9 p.m. I'm there. I do a lot of developmental projects. You go to a community as a woman, your fellow women gather and tell you their concerns. Our concern is water. We have to travel 5 miles, 3 miles to get water, to cook, to bath our children. That is why I'm saying woman to woman. I feel it because I'm a woman. The men will not go fetching water. What do I do to salvage a situation like this? When women are complaining in a community that they don't have potable drinking water. I have not gone to parliament. They haven't sent me to parliament. But I say, what can I do to salvage the situation of water? Let me get a borehole into this community. So of recent, you can see that Sanargu, we have 53 communities in the whole Sanargu. And I can tell you that about 34 have boreholes as we speak. Just because the women raised that as a major concern in helping them in the constituency. And putting myself in their shoes as a woman, for a woman to leave home in search of water, get back.
I wonder even the miles they have to carry. When I was in Obisco, you have to even walk around that area to carry. It was so tough.
Yes. But as a woman, I can feel it when they talk. What can I do to help? I supported them with boreholes. Places, their roads are not, it's nothing to write home about. I find ways and means to reshape them and at least give them access to linkage of other communities. Women that are into this thing that they call Adakabela, small box, you support them so that the monies at the end of the day can be shared amongst themselves to support the petty businesses that they do. All this goes a long way to affect positively when it comes to women empowerment. So I do all those things because I'm a woman, because I know how it feels as a woman to be in a man's house and have nothing doing. To be in a man's house and you cannot provide for yourself and your children when the man is not in a good position to do so. I believe in a system whereby women must be supportive to their spouse so as to help cordiality and mutual relationship and respect in the house.
Have you had concerns about maternal mortality?
Yes, but like I said, my constituency is urban and peri-urban to the rural. So there are issues like that. That is why we have this Agenda 11 hospital in Pene. When that hospital is done, I don't think the people of Sanargu will have issues. And that is development. I have been saying MPP is a developmental-oriented party that seeks to support the women regardless, because every policy that we bring on board doesn't know MPP, CPP, or NDC. That, like the National Health Insurance, it covers everybody. Like the school feeding program, it covers everybody. Metro Mass, it doesn't pick only MPP. Like everything that we bring on board. Like this Agenda 11 in around the country, that Sanargu is likely to have one, is going to be massively impactful in the constituency. Now you don't need to move to TTH or West Hospital or Central Hospital when you have one 100-bed capacity hospital. That is what this government stands for. So my people we have come of age that you have to look at where you are coming from. What have you benefited? what is going on and go and vote. They have been voting one particular party in my constituency, NDC, since 92. Yes, for the parliamentary. And in my constituency, if you see any massive development, it's MPP.
Really?
Look, electricity extensions, road network, toilet facilities, water extensions, NDC, MPP, if they are honest to themselves, they know it. This hospital, looks, let's say 1992, you have one party winning in Sanargo, from Tishigo to Tamale North to Sanargo. It has been one party. The people have been given the privilege to MPP to represent them in parliament. Ask me, look at Sanargo road network.
Before we delve more into the road network, I want us to take a break. And when we are back, I believe those who know Tamale very well would be understanding these things that she's saying. Let's take a breather. We'll be right back.
Are you ready to transform your poultry farming experience to new heights? Look no further. Wumping Incubators is your one-stop solution for cutting-edge automated incubators, perfect for both industrial scale farms and domestic use. Powered by solar energy, these incubators bring sustainability to off-grid communities. Explore our comprehensive services and tailored products like consultancy to farmers and firms, hatchery for all kinds of birds like guinea fowls, domestic fowls, quails, turkeys, and ducks. Also, you can purchase your locally produced feed to meet the nutritional requirements for your animals. At Wumping Incubators, we sell day-old chicks ranging from guinea kids, layers, broilers, cockerels, turkeys, ducks, quails, and pea fowls. Whether you are an individual farmer, a research organization, a school, or an NGO, Wumping Incubators has you covered. We proudly serve governmental entities in agriculture, ensuring a sustainable and efficient approach. For further inquiries, you can locate our office at House and Zongo, in the same building with the Premier Bird Company. You can also visit our hatchery service at Kumbungu Zona Yele, just 1 kilometer from Julizo. Call us on 0241 250 896, 0206 158 382. Wumping Incubators, where innovation meets agriculture.
Welcome back from the break. We are still looking at women in politics, having a conversation with Madame Felicia Tetteh, helping us to understand her role, that the role she plays in the lives of so many women. You know, I've always said that you don't have to wait to be in a particular position before you can make an impact. And I think that I really see that of the things that you do. I see that you also give to the aged. Are they mostly widows or other?
Yeah, mostly aged widows.
Okay.
Yeah, I took it upon myself on yearly basis to support widows. You know, these people are most at times forgotten, especially the aged ones. When your husband passes, nobody cares about you again. Sometimes their children even leave the homes, and difficult supporting these women.
Yeah.
So I took it upon myself yearly basis to support the women in my own little way, so that they can also feel loved and appreciated. These are some of the things I do in the constituency. And also moving around, you can go to a community that they want your help to maybe erect a pavilion, so that their children can have a comfortable place to sit for learning.
Yeah.
I have been doing that as well. When it comes to water, I have lost count of the communities that I have supported them with.
Yeah.
When it comes to school fees, anything that I think would impact on the life of the needy especially, I do the best I can to support. So I haven't gotten there yet. I just need their support. I need their encouragement to give me the opportunity, at least to represent them in Parliament and lobby more projects when it comes to health, when it comes to road, when it comes to education, when it comes to farming, so that Sanarugu can also feel the impact of governance. Because I always tell the women, what is the benefit to get up, leave everything and go and queue to vote presidentials and parliamentary, when at the end of the 4 years, when you look around you, there is nothing impactful. When it comes to yourself, zero. When it comes to your surroundings, zero. Then why do you vote?
Let's look at your journey, the way you go into the community.
Yeah.
I know that as a person it's draining,
Yeah.
it's tiring. When you get into the communities, what are some of the things you really hear from the women, and how do you manage that, like with your team? Because me, I feel that like the Samba is so a bit far or distant, but you are doing this already.
Yes, like I said, women empowerment, poverty alleviation, main issue when it comes to our women. What can we do to alleviate these circumstances when it comes to our women? Small loans will go a long way to impact on them. You see, some of these communities, the women, they just need as low as 500 Ghana cedis to start up something. 1,000 cedis to start up something. So if we are able to help, of which we are already doing, but like I said, it's a vast constituency. You cannot just touch everybody. But if they strengthen me and give me the opportunity, then you can lobby NGOs and other people to come in to support. But if you don't, they don't give you that power. Sometimes it's difficult. You have to go and lobby. Who are you? Parliamentary candidate. Who are you? MP. You see the difference. The MP carries a lot of weight.
The one who is now trying to contest.
Yes. So if you are an MP and you go to these charity organizations to talk on support for your women in the constituencies, they will give you a listening ear. But if you go, as what?
True.
So they should give us the opportunity. At least this year, they should give the women the opportunity to mingle with the men.
The women they have chance to mingle with them.
Yeah, to mingle with the men and make impactful decisions that would elevate you and me from the sufferings that we are enduring now.
Now, we don't have a lot of time. I want us to look at your advice to the younger girls coming up. Most of them are starting to be into politics. This year, last year, 2023, we saw that there was a massive increase in the SLC presidents who are females in the universities. Do you think it's a good thing, and what encouragement can you really tell them?
Yes, I happen to know one from UDS. I think it's a massive improvement, and I love the way the young ladies are holding the bull by the horn. We are coming out.
Yeah.
We want to serve. We want to be leaders. They are putting themselves up for these kind of responsibilities. You see, one thing we wanting to lead, and another is the women. Do they actually put themselves up for these kind of responsibilities? Hardly do you see women coming out. But like you said, now it's happening. I told one of them, she made a social media post about the happenings of some women in politics, and she said, and I quote, that, hey, can we ever contest as parliamentary candidates, hence member of parliament? So when I saw it on her wall on Facebook, I called her and I said, look, Alberta, it's very, very possible. Don't let the recent happenings deter you from reaching your goal that you have set. It will happen. Even if you are in the market selling, do you know the politics that goes in the market as a market woman selling? Do you know the politics that even goes on in the home If you are not a good politician, you can never win anything in the house. Oh.
Yeah.
Even if you are selling, you will never get a buyer.
True.
So politics is with us. You don't need to enter into any party colors to know that you are doing politics, but it's within us. To even lobby your friends from the school level to even vote you, it's politics. That is the beginning of your political career. And I asked her, did you get it easy? You had to go room to room,
And the
hostel, talking to them, reasons why you are the best candidate. People came out strongly against you. Hate speeches, lies, just to deter you from moving forward. But you resisted. With determination, you stood firm. And here you are. It is the same way in politics. Whether you like it or not, you can never get it smooth. You will always get people trying to pull you down from your party, from other political parties. It is a normal norm, somebody will say. You can never go against it. So please, don't let it, one or two women suffering here and there, deter you from contesting or following your ambition. It's possible. The fact that maybe I'm going through it the harsh way doesn't mean that when you come, it's going to be the same.
Setting the foundation and making the road easier for other women so they don't have to go through.
That's why I always say, forget about party colors. Support me as a woman. That is the most important thing. And when I am there, trust me, you can also be there when I leave. You are going to campaign based on my achievements. Like I go through Sanargo as a member of parliament. I work, and I work with honesty, dedication, and I produce results. When you come to contest the seat when I'm not there, you don't talk. I say, that woman, she worked. Oh, let's give the opportunity. Look, even in Sanargo, when I'm contesting, I always mention Honorable Mary Boforo, former MP Savlugu. I always mention her name. Support me, and I will go and support you like Mary Boforo did to Savlugu women. And you will see that when I mention Mary Boforo, the women will say, yes, we heard of her. That is it. She has set the space. We should, a role model to all of us to follow. When you talk about how Yakubu, you say, hey, that woman was tough. That woman was tough. She did well. She ventured where men couldn't.
And I hear she could have been the president.
Of course.
Of
course.
There was a lot of...
because she was forceful, she was determined, she was hardworking. And these are the qualities.
The examples
I have never seen somebody that is determined, hardworking, focused, and you will never get to your destination. Yes, you struggle to get there, but eventually you will.
You struggle to get there.
But eventually you will.
You've said so much. We can go on and on. Just give us your final words. And that's your camera. Anything you want to tell the people of Tamale, the people of the Sanargo constituency, anything you just want to tell them. Please don't forget to tell them to come to Takoraba. Let's not only make it politics.
Politics,
yes. You have a place they can come to eat when they are in Tamale.
Yes. Let me use this opportunity to plead to the good people of Sanargo. The love they showed me in 2020 was overwhelming, though I didn't get the chance to represent them. Here I am again in 2024. I didn't get angry because they didn't vote me. I didn't stop supporting them because they didn't vote me. I didn't stop working in the constituency because they didn't support me. I carried on because I'm passionate. I carried on because there is something in me that I know will be beneficiary to them when I get to Parliament. I have started my rounds, and indeed, the response is positive. I'm pleading to them, the opinion leaders, the chiefs, my fellow women, my brothers, that politics is about development. Politics is about who wants to serve you And in service, you get good roads. And in service, you get good classrooms and furniture and good teaching for your wards. In service, you get potable drinking water. In service, you get good health. In service, you get jobs. In service, my fellow women, you get the needed empowerment and self-actualization that we have been hoping for decades. A vote for Felicia Tetteh as a woman is a vote for development. A vote for Felicia Tetteh is a vote for unity. A vote for Felicia Tetteh is building the foundation for our female girls. My brothers and sisters, I count on you come December 7th to get the change that Sanarigu so much need. And the obvious choice is Felicia Tetteh. Not forgetting, when you are in town and you want to cool off, Takoro Obama Pizza House and restaurant is at your disposal. Yes.
I'm bringing you an invoice.
When you have a newborn baby, everything about maternity, childbirth to 18 years, we have you covered at Taco Kids. Everything about fashion, office wear, laces, bags, shoes, everything to complement your beauty. Taco Obama Enterprise have you covered.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
We really appreciate it. I believe that after this episode, you get to understand that women are leading the pace for all of us. Whether you are still in school, you are out there, and I just want to see women there. And this month, I have been advocating to the two political parties, the NPP and the NDC, and I'm asking that they choose a woman as their running mate, if it is possible, because we want a woman. Imagine having a woman as a vice president. The US has done it, we can also do it. So any woman out there who is, should I say, contesting for, I think my mentor, Christianity, did something 4 years ago, and I may want to do it, to check all the women who are contesting for one position or the other and see how we can support them, we can give them a voice, and we can campaign for them. Whether BBB or whoever, once you're a woman, I think on the reflection show we have to unveil and have a conversation with a lot of women who are trying. I wish I had more women in the northern region. I could
Unfortunately not.
Those in the south, I don't know how to get in touch with you to interview, but I'll do my best to get in touch with other women in other political parties too. But in Sanarigu district, please, like she's saying, that she's done so much for the constituency, and she is a woman asking for other women to give her the support. The Martha Inspires Foundation, you know that we have done our breast cancer screening, we've done our eye screening, we've done held our donations to the widows, the pregnant women, the single mothers, and then we are coming up also with a dental screening for the children to make sure that their teeth is safe, and all our donations. We are still receiving clothes, shoes, school bags, exercise books, everything. Give us a call, M054-9578-512. See the number on your screen. Give us a call Monday to Saturday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. All year round, we receive donations. You can also send mobile money onto that number as well, because we are reaching a great number of children in the community. And then we are in Bywater in Tamale, behind the Marshall hospital here in Tamale. So whatever inquiries you want to make, you want to have a project in the northern region, looking for an NGO to partner with, is the Martha Inspires Foundation. Thank you so much for watching our Martha Inspires. Do have a good night.